There is so much that this person wants to say. Somebody is going through a transformation. And maybe at one time they wanted to fight this transformation because they thought that their life was cool, everything was good. But they're realizing that it was denial. People they once and it's hard, I'm having a hard time speaking because I didn't have this hard time until I started taping. They don't want me to say this truth, but it's a truth that needs to be said. Hang on, let me drink something here. They're coming to the realization that they need to change. It was a hard fought battle. And when I started meditating or shuffling the cards, there was an ambulance. It took a long time that I heard in the distance, St. Michael, or the Archangel Michael, for those of you who call him that, who believe in the Archangel Michael, or St. Michael for some of us, was going by the ambulance. And I feel like this was the catalyst. There was some sort of emergency. It's something that happened to this person that made them want to change. They want to come back to you. They want to come back to this love. They're praying for a miracle. Like they were praying when they needed that ambulance. They're praying for a miracle. And, excuse me, I feel like that miracle is you. So let's get into it. Let me call in Spirit and my higher resident beings, my ancestors. Let's get this party started, shall we? Spirit guides and angels of your whitest light, please give me a clear message for the collective, one that brings healing, hope, and understanding of their situation. Protect me as I open myself up to channel these messages. Protect my beautiful collective. And thank you, Spirit, ancestors, higher resident beings, for being here today at my spiritual table. I so appreciate you and what you do for these readings, as well as in my life. Thank you, Spirit. Amen. All right, so we're going to clear the energy. We cleared it this way. I'm going to use the rattle because we're going into the past and the present, some modern as well as some old world techniques, old world wisdom, I should say. So let's do it. Let's clear it out. If you have any sound sensitivity, just lower the volume. Try not to be too loud. Clear it out, my friends. And then, of course, we're going to use the sound bowl to calm spirit proper. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, that was the second one there. All right. Second chance. That was the second ring. I didn't do it. All right. These are collective readings, my friends. Any energy, any sign. Thank you so much for being with me. For those that are new, welcome. My name is Tanya. Welcome to my table. And I so appreciate you giving this reading a chance. For my OGs, for those that have been there for a while, hearts and hugs. I so appreciate you. Agape love to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. These are timeless readings. So whenever you press the play button, if you are motivated to press the play button, there's a message for you. Now, with that said, it could be about your person, their situation. In this case, it's about your person and their situation. Because this is a person who's been through hell and back, trusted the wrong people, and came to the realization that the hero that they needed to look for, that the recognition that they needed to find, that the love that they needed, what they were seeking, was always within themselves. Even if they love you, even if they feel this strong bond and connection to you, they have to be the one to love themselves enough to transform and change. You can't do it for them. And that the people that they trusted set them down the wrong path. They thought they belonged to a group of people. They thought they belonged to, I don't know if it was a work environment or it could have been a school or whatever the case. And they thought they were accepted. But really what they were being was stunted and maybe even laughed at, made it fun of, but kept small, is what I'm hearing. A truce. They want to come to some sort of compromise with you, a truce. A crossroads with you. I feel like they've gotten to a crossroads in their life, maybe maturity-wise, that they feel like they have to make better choices for themselves. That going down that same road, right? What is the saying? Repeating the same things over and over again, expecting a different result. I feel like this is a person who's learned the hard way, that continuing the lifestyle that they have been doing all this time has only been to their detriment. Yeah, debauched. Can't make it up. I didn't even see this card. I wasn't even looking. 4 could be significant as well as 7. Debauched. They've lived a debauched life, partying, getting into situations sexually. My goodness, spirit, come through, man. Let me talk. Hang on. Let me get here. They are not, this is a person who's very private. This is a person that does not speak their truth. Maybe even for a long time didn't know their truth. Lie to themselves, believing that everything that they were doing was right. Very private person. Does not want people to know what they do. They don't want this out, but they have, in order to transform, you have to unpack the nonsense and heal it. If you're not going to heal, then all of this is for naught. All right, so they want a truce with you. Maybe even with themselves, right? Fighting themselves. Coming to a crossroads in their life. I don't know. I don't see you in this right now, but debauched. Ace of Cups. They want this new beginning with you. They're overflowing with emotions for you. And they tried to forget with the debauched lifestyle, thinking that that was going to work. 1, 4, 7. It's like this journey has taken them from like what they considered success in the pinnacle to like the very bottom, start all over again. They want to start all over again with you, but not in this manner, not with the debauched lifestyle, a transformed man or woman, he, she, or they. Put yourself where you need to go. Oh my goodness, strife. This is what they've had in their life. 5. They might have had strife with you. They might have had, but I feel like there's competition here. There's competition with this masculine energy. And I'm going to say masculine. You could be a female and still have masculine tendencies. We have both masculine and feminine within us, okay? They had a competition. Well, this is actually a man and a woman. If you see it. The Red Sox and the Yankees. Yeah, baby, yeah. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. Ooh, yeah, go Sox, baby. All right. Competition. This is a man and a woman that's been at a crossroads. Maybe even fighting with each other. Maybe you fought with this person. Maybe you were on different sides. Maybe they felt like that. That's why it wouldn't work out. I think that's what it is. You were different. And people that they were in a relationship with, like not necessarily in a connection with, but connected to, like friends, family, didn't agree with this connection. Downplayed it or embarrassed this person or made fun of it somehow. There's a difference between the two of you. Yes. The gourmet chef. Knight of... What does it say? I have no idea. Can't read that. I don't know. But it's the Knight of something. Sorry, it just doesn't look normal. What's this? It doesn't look... I don't know. I got my glasses on, so it's not like I don't got them on. I don't know. Knight of Duty? Maybe they felt like, yeah, duty, it looks like, but it's a weird spelling. Maybe they're learning something. A knight. Maybe it was their duty to be successful, like their family or expectations. Could be you, it could be them. But I feel like this is a grounded person or more of a head over heart kind of person. Maybe they're learning how to cook. Maybe they're a chef. They have maybe one of those jobs that it's like every day they know what they're going to do. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, a very earth sign kind of person. Or have it heavily aspected in their charts. But during the day, this person is very grounded, very relied upon, and comes through, right? This person's there. Every day is the same thing. You can count on this person. They're punching their card in. they're somebody that you can rely on when it comes to their job. But in the dark, pleasures is what this person was seeking. On their off days, on the days, yes, this was a person all in, and drinks could have been part of it. Other things could have been a part of it. But this person was all in for pleasures, debauchery, carousing, hit it and quit it. Maybe you didn't know that about this person. Okay. Ooh, my goodness. Knight of Cups. They're the seducer, baby. So they got this dual personality. They got the gourmet chef. This is a person who's reliable. You can count on this person. They're going to show up every day for work. But they're also this extracurricular activity that you weren't aware of, that this person was a seducer. They have the ability, like a siren, to draw them in, man or woman. He, she, or they. This person's in it to win it. Look at this strife. They play hard. And they are very charismatic. But look right here, 10, completion, ruin. This person learned the hard way. It's like the pinnacle to the very bottom. What did I say in the beginning? The fall was incredible. It was incredible. And look, the devil. The devil is what? What is it? Bamboozled this person into believing. And it could have been friends, could have been family, but it was literally the entity of the devil. The devil made them do it. The devil didn't make them do it, but it was encouraged. It was encouraged by the people that they were close to. Maybe these other individuals do the same thing. They have this lifestyle of the free. The young and the free, and everything's flowing. The drinks are flowing. What's that song? G6, like a G6, like a G, yeah, popping bottles in the ice. Yes. Getting completely slaughtered, you know, like every single night, drinking, every single night, debauchery. So during the day, they come back to work, they're, you know, the model employee, but when, you know, like the clock is punched out for the day, the devil comes out. This person's all in. They're on their phone. They're hooking up with this one and that one, traveling to people, hotel rooms, parties. It's all there. And they're embarrassed by that. Oh, something doesn't belong with that. Okay. Spirit, come through. Oh, my goodness. Spirit. On the floor. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Taking risks. Okay, taking risks. This is a person who was a risk taker. And look, stillness. Something happened where they had to stop all of it. And I feel like it was that emergency, ambulance. Something they did created an emergency visit. Pleasures. That's what it is. Seeking pleasures. It got them stuck. It got them in a hospital is what I'm hearing. And a near-death experience is what I'm hearing. And this person had to change. In order for them to get their blessings, maybe you're their blessing, okay? They're laying there, okay? Maybe even hooked up. Maybe you feel like this was not for you. This is the one from the other one, not for you, okay? Maybe they felt like you were not for them, or somebody told them that. So they went on to do this lifestyle. Hey, you're young. Let's be cool. Let's hang out. Let's not lock ourselves down to somebody. And they went on to do the debauchery. They went on to do other things, okay? That got them stuck, got them in a hospital. I think it was like something they did too much of, whether it was drinking or drugging or whatever the case. This person ended up in a hospital bed with an IV drip, okay? Near-death experience. Now they're sitting there or laying there and they're thinking about you, the one person that was kind to them. Because this is a person who was seeking love, validation, and acceptance. And they thought they found it in this group of people that they either worked with or family or whatever the case. But all it was doing was fostering these feelings this person had of feelings of not lack, but feelings of self-worth. It was like so low that they allowed these individuals to basically con them. They allowed these people to control them. And the validation that these people, it was like, like this, like, no, good boy, good girl, good he, she, they. You know what I mean? They were looking for that all the time. And these people knew it. So they used that against this person. All right, you want to be a part of this group, cool, but you got to do what we do. Got to keep up, So this person's trying to keep up, and now they're on an IV drip. No lie. Not for you. They thought that, you know, this person, they were saying fortune, right? Look at this, the good fortune. Fortune cookie, okay? You were the blessing. But these people said, no, not this person's not for you. Move on. Find somebody else. And they did find somebody else. Low vibing, maybe younger than them. Somebody that was into this lifestyle that they had to keep up with. Keeping up with the Joneses. We got leadership. This is a person who has a leadership role in their job. But their life came to a standstill. Okay? Because of this emergency. Whatever it could be. Past, present, or future energy. But look, focus. Now they're focused completely on you because they got nothing else. They're just staring at the ceiling. You can hear the beeping, 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 checking their, monitoring their blood pressure, heart rate, and all they're doing is thinking about you in the stillness. And where is these people? Their fake concerns. They know who they can trust. It wasn't these individuals. It was always you. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. And now they're feeling like they got to change. If they don't change, they might lose out. Maybe you've already moved on. Maybe you're not even focused on this person anymore. But this person is fully focused on you. Your past person. Fully focused on you. And they're trying to change. But this lifestyle that they had was they're embarrassed about. Maybe they don't want you to know about it. They got to change everything in order for them to be able to come towards somebody like you. And maybe that's the reason why their friends said not for you, because they knew that you were so high class, or not class, but you had a lot more class than this person, okay? They knew about your person's lifestyle because they were in it too. They were in it to win it. They got the person stuck in that lifestyle. Introduced them to people that even further this debauchery, right? So they're like, that person's not for you. They're not going to want to party like you do. They're not going to want to have menage a trois with everybody. Come on now. The upper world, 59, 95, could be significant years, could be significant ages for some of you. 14, reduced down to 5, conflict. The upper world, this is spirituality. This is the divine. This is their ancestors, the upper worlds. Ooh, child. They're being sit down, okay? They're on a journey, like we all are. But I feel like you're ahead of this person in the journey. This person's starting out from scratch to heal the inner person. Maybe even to like the death of that and rebirth. The death and rebirth is what I'm hearing. Yes. Ooh, spirit. Not that much. It's like thunder. It's like the thunder, like, you know, like in that initial clap with just like it's like, ooh, you get jarred, you get focused. It's like it stops you in your tracks. This is what happened. They had to be stopped in their tracks in order for the completion, in order for this to stop, in order for their life to really begin, the life that they were meant to live on this earth at this time, the rebirth of a person who lived a very debauched life, who thought that they had it all, and realized they really had nothing. All they had was good times, pleasures, not helping anybody really, not seeking any counsel outside of themselves in this group of people. They went down a rabbit hole. Maybe they don't have family that they can turn to or ask for advice. So these individuals, these friends or coworkers became their family. Became their everything, and they put too much eggs in that basket and got disappointed. They realized these people were not there for them, for their higher good. They were only in it for what this person could do, like pay for their lifestyles, pay for their drinks, pay for their drugs, pay for their trips if they go places and travel. Yeah, this was the I'm buying type of person. But they were only buying and binding themselves to karma, basically karma and lack. They lost a lot. This person lost a lot of money. This person lost a lot of time. That's the thing that when they're looking up at that ceiling, is like, how much time I wasted. Stories. I leave you the memory of healing tales. I feel like in this stillness, their ancestors have been sending them downloads. They're remembering their ancestors at this time. stories that maybe the advice that they forgot, how you treat people, look out for this and watch out for that, type of thing like that. They might have had an ancestor, a grandfather that used to tell them these things, give them advice. Interconnection. I bring you the medicine of togetherness. There's nothing wrong with spending time with family and friends if they're of the high vibing type. It's like, be aware that there are individuals out there that are not for your higher good. Being connected. I feel like you're connected to this person telepathically. And I feel like this connection has helped this person to change. Maybe you even gave them advice, told them stories about your life that they're recalling. Maybe that's what that is. And one thing that they're remembering, maybe from their past grandparents or you, authenticity is absolutely necessary in order for you to be your high vibing self, true to yourself. I open the way of truth. This person, as I mentioned, has not been truthful about who they are or anything about their true authentic self. They've only been surface level or given a version of themselves that isn't even who they are. I feel like to the point where they didn't even know who they were anymore. They lost themselves. And this emergency, whatever it was, has brought them back to who they are. They've shed this. There's an ego death. Absolutely. One more, please. It's a completion of the old. And they're avoiding these individuals that they hung around with. And why? Because they needed to heal. I support you on the path of healing. This is your ancestors helping. This is their ancestors helping them. Helping them to become whole again. Whole. Recognize what they want. Feel like they've maybe had therapy, like physical therapy of some sort. Maybe they're speaking to somebody, like a therapist. They're doing walking. Maybe this person likes to be out in nature, and I feel like they're becoming recognizing something about themselves, what they like, what they don't like, and trying to change that debauched side of them that was only keeping them small and embarrassed. They were embarrassed of what they did now. It's like, this is the hard part of them coming towards you, is the embarrassment of what they did. You're the Queen of Coins. Maybe they're looking at you, or they could be too, the Queen of Coins. Take it how it resonates, but this is a person whose third eye is open. This is a person who's changing. Man or woman, it doesn't matter, Queen. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is why I thought they were like an earth sign. This is a person whose third eye is opening, and they're recognizing spirituality. Yeah. I feel like they learned that from you, though. You might have introduced them to spirituality on some level. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Five of Coins. It's a person who's been left out in the dark. Maybe their friends don't even bother with them because they don't have anything anymore. They don't get the money to support that lifestyle that they used to, support these people. They were left in the cold. They realized these people weren't their friends. Nine of Swords. These people were just there to keep them stuck. They've been through so much in their life. They're the wounded warrior, in a sense. Maybe they're recognizing spirituality again. Their spirituality. Yes, God, divine, Allah. They're going to call them Two of Coins. They're starting out in the beginning of working their way back. Maybe they have a lot of debt. Yes, they've had towers. Towers, baby. But they have a plan to get out of it. Maybe working with one of those... what do they call them? They have it on TV where you can consolidate, or like working with somebody that's helping them with their finances. But you are their wish fulfillment. You are the star. And you are their true north. They're working their way to you, baby. I gotta cover that up. They're working their way back to you because in their, introspection, Four of Swords, they're looking at you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is Swords. And Swords is truth and clarity, and they're coming to the understanding that you are it, baby. Tag your it. You were the person that was always their true north. You were the person they should have picked. And there's a death, an ending of the ego, and a renewal. And they're renewing again their love of spirituality, their love of nature. They're coming back to themselves, and they're realizing what they like and what they don't like, and they're becoming authentic, their true self. This is a beautiful reading. I'm going to end it here. And I thank you so much for joining me, okay? For my OGs, welcome back. I love yous. Hearts and hugs. And pray for this person. This is a wonderful thing. Congratulations to this person for their transformation and recognizing that they needed to change. It's not an easy thing, change, transformation. It hurts, it's hard, but you got to give them props for doing this. This is wonderful. And to all my beautiful people out there, keep transforming, keep going and glowing, because you're worth it. You're worth everything. You're worth that transformation, because on the other side of that is success, baby. And you deserve it. This person deserves it, and you deserve it. And if this makes this person transform and change the love that they have for you, right? But the love that they have for themselves, this is going to be a wonderful union someday, if it was in the cards. If not, this is a wonderful forward movement for this person, as you are doing the same. Thank you so much for joining me on Empress Aries 888. Please like and subscribe and join my tribe, because I'd love to have you as part of my soul family. To my soul family, I love you. Till next time, be safe. Be blessed.